are born with the most deep unconsciousness. No baby can live by their own. Since we are babies, we totally depend from others to survive, physically and emotionally. So much that it will take some years until our brain is fully developed to generate awareness. Before and after we generate this awareness, our parents and all the people we live around have been teaching us a lot of things, since values to the most little thing that you can imagine. A lot of these things end up being part of who you are now. Let's say some examples, like the responsibility, liberty, confidence, and wisdom, that all these together make a better version of who you are now. Also, when we start being aware of ourselves, we start making our decisions, our own attitudes, behaviors, and thoughts. And remember, the more aware we are of ourselves, the more light there is in our lives. Meaningless behavior are what drives us to be better as humans. Sometimes, a lot of people really get hooked by stereotypes, and more because of all this internet and social media we have access to. We forget that there are a lot of other different ways to connect with other people, respect each other, and help each other in order to grow. I think a lot of people really deep life and forget what's the actual point of living. Like Aristotle said, the objective of human life is to achieve happiness. We forget this more because we all make mistakes. We are humans and we make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we forget that some mistakes are good for you. Some mistakes may help you to realize what things did you do wrong and what things you can change so that doesn't happen again. With this, I want to jump to another topic. We suffer because we don't accept what's happening to us. And this is more because of our ego. We all have an ego. And this ego makes us believe that we can change our reality to our benefit. Our ego is like a mask of second-hand belief that we have been creating through our whole lives to adapt to our social and economic environment where we were born, raised, and developed in. When we are teens, it looks like our ego is in top peak of our lives. We start to notice a lot of things that we didn't before. We start to notice how the society acts and how the world works. And as I said before, it's more because of all these stereotypes that exist. We live in a generation where we have been through a lot of changes, technological changes and scientific discoveries, and we even lived a pandemic. Now that I'm here, I want to talk a little bit about the pandemic and how it affected us as youth. Well, we know that being developed in a four-wall environment, it's not an easy job. Also, the face-to-face interaction stopped, which really interfered in how we express ourselves in front of others or with others. Somehow, it helped a lot of us to discover a little more about ourselves, to find new styles, new genres of music, and a lot of new things. The bad side of this was that a lot of, since kids to teens and grown adults and everyone, started experiencing a lot of anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. This happened in one of the most important phases of our lives where we start finding our identity. Now, when we are teens or young, we start questioning ourselves. Who are we? That's a really good question. So I want to ask you all this question right now. I don't want you to answer, I just want you to think it in your mind. Who are you? Well, you may be answering, if someone asks you this, you may answer, my name is. I don't think that's the answer I'm looking for. But what now if I ask you, what things do you like? Okay, remember when I said before that our parents and people we live around have been teaching us a lot of things that you can't even imagine? Well, somehow, a lot of those things end up being part of the things that we like now. Like, I can say right now, like my dad showed me a genre of music, so right now I liked it. But how do I know if I really like something and it's just not to be able to be in a group of people and to connect with them? Okay, now I'm going to go. If you want to know a little bit more about yourself, there is this system called the enneagram. The enneagram is like a manual instruction of things that you have been creating through your whole life. A lot of people say that you are born with that enneatype. You're already born with that enneatype. Enneatype in Greek means 9 lines, which makes sense, because the enneagram has 9 enneatypes that are divided in 3 triads: the thought triad, the instinct triad, and the emotional and feeling triad that are the same one. I'm going to start with the instinct triad that has the number 8, 9, and 1. Enneatype 1 are the ones who wants to be perfect, are the ones who want to be perfect. These kind of people are arrogant and critical. Their biggest fear or trauma is that they don't feel perfect. They feel imperfect. That's why they want to be perfect. And they are connected with the being serenity. Enneatype 9, the one who wants to avoid conflict. These kind of people are lazy and procrastinators. They are connected with the being proactivity. Okay, since now, I want you all to think about which enneatype describes you the better. Enneatype 8 are the ones who want to take control of everything. These kind of people are aggressive, and their biggest fear is that someone else takes control over them. They are connected with the being innocence. The feeling or emotional triad, they are the same one, has the number 2, 3, and 4. These kind of people are really interested in their image. Enneatype 2 are the one who needs to be loved. These kind of people you could say that are really dependent and really proud. Their biggest, you can say that their lack is that they don't love themselves because they think that the act of loving themselves is selfish. They are connected with the being humility. Enneatype 3, the one who needs to have validation. These kind of people are narcissistic and false. They are connected with the being authentic. Enneatype 4, identified with the ego, the one who needs attention. These kind of people are self-centered and dramatic. They are connected with the being equanimity. And the last one, but not less important, is the thought triad. The thought triad has a number 5, 6, and 7. These kind of people are really obsessed with feeling secure and protected. Enneatype 5. They are identified with the ego, the one who fears to express their feelings. These kind of people are cynical and distant, and they are connected with the being indifference. Enneatype 6, identified with the ego, the one who fears to make decisions. These kind of people are coward and pessimistic. They are connected with the being courage. And the last one, that is the enneatype number 7, is identified with the ego, the one who's afraid of suffering. These kind of people are evasive, and they're connected with the being sobriety. And with that, I want to end my TED, and I'm gonna give you like a little bit of homework. I want you to research a little bit more about the enneatype that you think that describes you the better. Once you research about it, research what things you can change so you can be a better person, or if you want to change something, do it depending on what your enneatype says. After this, I want you to observe your results. Thank you so much for your attention.